For me, just take your breath away. I don't mind if there ain't much to say. Sometimes the silence guides our minds to move to a place so far away. The goosebumps start to raise the minute that my left hand meets your face. And then I watch your face, put my finger in your mouth cause you love the taste, yeah. These hearts adore everyone, the other beats hard as floor. Inside this place is warm, outside it starts to pour. Come on down, one love surround. Just one love, one house, no shirts, no blouse, just us right out. Nothing that I really wanna tell you about, no, no, no. Cause it's too cold for you here, and that's what let me hold both your hands in the walls of the sweater.
Hi there, Amy here. We are back with a new video. Finally, it's been Thanksgiving break and I have not played The Sims at all. This video is kind of just talking about my LP save. This is the only town that I've done so far in the LP save. I plan to do the other parts of the other towns, you know, a little bit later. Basically, this video is just going over the town of Brindleton Bay that I've made over, and it's not just makeovers because I also have townspeople that I did. I made all of them have a backstory. I just wanted to go over the new lots, what they are, the lot traits for them, my idea behind like how this world was supposed to be. This is mainly around my LP, so this is all stuff that has to do with them, Cambria and Nathaniel, sorry. So yeah, I'm really enjoying playing with that family. I really enjoyed filming the last few parts that I made, and I hope you really like this town. I don't think the save is going to be available because I haven't built a single thing in this town because I'm a horrible builder. But I have tried to not renovate, but just do a couple things to people's lots to make it fit the families. And I think I did a couple things. I did some stuff to the yacht, and I did some stuff to this pet park and this retail lot. And I think, yeah, I definitely did a lot to this house over here. So this is Brindleton Bay's description, their rule description. What the lots we have here are some residential. We have a generic. That's going to be a couple of places that we have, and I'll tell you what those are in a minute. We have one lounge, we have 2 parks, a training ground, and a dog park, which it's like a dog park where you can take your toddlers and kids. Well, not your kid. You can take your kids, but there's not like a kid playscape. You have to go across the street to play on that. And I wanted to do a pool, but we ended up not doing that. I didn't have the space. I wanted to do a kiddie park instead, so that's why that's there. I think I might replace it with a pool a little bit later, like a dog-friendly pool, so I thought that would be pretty cool. Cool. I'm so funny. Okay, and then we have one restaurant, a retail lot, which is a pet store, and a vet clinic. So yeah, we only have one vet clinic. I wanted to go ahead and download Delicacy's Vet Barn, but I think I'm just going to use that in my own personal gameplay because for the LP, Cambria is planning to go ahead and take over the, not the lease. She wants to go ahead and take over the pet place. I don't know, the pet clinic. She wants to become the new owner. So she's going to go ahead and take this one and renovate it. Also, right now we have the real estate agent here because she was in the last part of our LP, so that's why she's in there. But this is the only empty lot. I mean, once I move her out, this is going to be the only empty lot in Brindleton Bay for Cambria and Nathaniel to move in. So this is obviously where they're going to live. When they move in, we're obviously going to fix it up a little bit because there's a few things wrong with it, like the landscaping I don't like. And then I messed a few things up with the windows and doors when I was trying to go ahead and fix the house for them. So I have to go ahead and fix that whenever they decide to move in. And I think there's one more thing that we're going to renovate. Nope. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the only places that are for Cambria and Nathaniel. that I haven't changed yet. There's a place over here, which I'll tell you about later in Cavalier Cove, that we're gonna use in the LP, but they're not particularly gonna renovate it. I've already done everything that needs to be done to it. So tucked away on the eastern seaboard, the Easter, like the Easter Bunny. Okay, Brindleton Bay has acquired a reputation. Why do I try to read? A reputation for its citizens' absolute obsession with all things feline and canine. Enjoy the coastal views, the rich maritime. What is that? Is that like water? I don't know. Maritime history, and all your new four-legged neighbors. So excited. I don't think there's a single family that I've made here except for one in particular, and I will tell you about them later. But I think everyone here has pets, so it's really exciting. And then I want to go ahead and move into other worlds and give a few more people pets. I think I'm just going to do the Goths, Don Lothario, and the Katrinas. I think those are going to be the only 3 that I save in the game, and I think everyone else is going to be like new townies. And probably Penny Pizzazz and who else from City Living? I don't think there's anyone else from City Living that I'm too fond of. Oh yeah, obviously we have to keep Nathaniel's old neighbor and his roommate in the game because, I mean, this is the LP. We can't just throw his neighbor in the trash. Anyways, let's get to the actual save. I don't even know where I want to start. I'm so shaky with excitement. I think I want to save the best for last. So I think we're going to go over here just because this has more people living in it, and this is like kind of where a story is being, created. This is like the elite side of town, and it doesn't seem like it would be the elite side of town, but it is. I mean, everyone in this town is pretty much, it's a small town. Everyone knows each other's story, and so when people move in, there's a lot of things that, I mean, they're going to see. They're going to be like, we don't know this person. We have to watch out for them or whatever. And if they're not elite, then, they're not a part of the club or whatever. And so I also made a club. I made 3 clubs. An elite club that meets at this yacht club. And I thought it was so funny that's called the B Yacht Club. I think that's what people call it behind their backs. I think it's just called the Yacht Club, or, the Brindleton Elite Club. Something just fell and I am disturbed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm about to blow up my candle. I am scared. The Biatch Club. I thought it was funny because it's Brindleton Bay and Biatch. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. So that's what I named it. And so then the people over here are mainly the people that are in that club. We also have a couple other clubs, but I guess we can talk about those when we get to them. And so we start off with the Clements. The Clements is a family of 3, and I can read you their backstory. Their cat doesn't even it's on her skirt. I was like, the cat doesn't even show up. Anyways, I think all the lots in this neighborhood have good schools as a trait because they have the best schools over here. I wanted to build a school to make it more realistic that they live near a good school, but I mean, we're running out of lot space, so I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna do this. It also has a chef kitchen and a sunny aspect because I just thought those would be good qualities in a home. And yeah, we have the mom and the dad and the daughter. We have Reed Clements. We have Reed Clements, and he is a senator. He is one of the most important people in Brindleton Bay. He works in the government and politics, and he's really serious about his job. He loves his family. He loves his daughter, and he would do anything in the world for her. So he's basically funding her vet school and everything, or he's trying to. But we also have Mariah Clements, and she's a little bit of a prestigious wannabe. I mean, she has money. She has money, obviously, but she kind of reminds me of Eliza, how they just want to climb up the social ladder without doing, any work. She doesn't want to put in any work, but she wants to be the richest and the most fabulous and have everything, fall in her lap, but she doesn't really want to work for it. She paints at home, and I think that's about the whole consensus of what she does. She just went to school. She went to Harvard to basically meet a man, and she hasn't done anything with her degree since, but she's pretty prestigious in Brindleton Bay. She's the founder of the elite, what is it? The Brindleton Bay Elite is their name. Uh, Something like that. But yeah, she's the founder of it, and yeah, she's the leader. And then we have Araceli Clements, and I love her so much. I love her hair. I love everything about her. I love her little outfit, even though it was a styled outfit choice. I really felt like it fit her, and she's just like, she's a mom and dad's girl. She just wants to please her parents. She has a couple secrets of her own, but she is pretty much a well-rounded kid, and she's been eyeing the vet clinic for quite some time now. She's only a teenager, so I mean, obviously, she can't run it herself. She wants her parents to kind of buy it for her and take over that lease, because the old owner is currently, trying to she's trying to find someone to take over the vet clinic for her, who's going to do a pretty good job. And she has no idea that Cambria is coming to town, and she's going to totally destroy any hopes that she has of owning that vet clinic. But yeah, she really wants to. So she also has a cat that she takes care of named Nova. And I love this little cat so much. It's such a freak. But I thought like Siamese cat would be cute for this family, just because they seem pretty clean, and like they wouldn't want a furry animal or anything like that. So they only have $30,000 in the bank, and the reason why is, I'm gonna tell you right now by telling you their backstory. The Clements are a top tier Brindleton royalty, with Reed being a senator and Mariah, sorry, I don't know why I keep calling her Maria. I think it's because I just watched Braceface, but and Mariah maintaining the leadership of Brindleton Elite. They are untouchable. Their daughter is an A student with hopes of becoming a vet. But will she be able to afford vet school? That's also another problem. She doesn't know right now, but her dad is slowly losing the money to become, to be able to do that. But that should be easy for a family that's so wealthy, but with their funds quickly disappearing, we have to wonder where all that money is going. And I mean, spoiler alert, it's Mariah. Like, it is definitely Mariah. She's the reason why. So hopefully we'll see some changes in that family. We'll hopefully be able to see little Araceli get to go to vet school and get to run her own clinic, because I mean, Cambria is running this one, so she should just give that dream up right now. But yeah, I think we'll visit with their family for a little bit. I don't know. I think we'll visit for their family a little bit if this video isn't over 30 minutes long. I think we'll visit each family, or the important families. And then the next we have the Armida Santos family. Their house has good schools, because everyone in this neighborhood does. It's a teen neighborhood because these are teenagers, and they're in the Brindleton Teen Club, Brindleton Elite Teen or whatever, the Brindleton Teens Elite. There's an elite club for the teens, okay? And then it's a party place too, because their parents are rarely ever home, so they get to party a lot more than, any of the other teenagers get to, and their house is a little bit bigger than a lot of the others. So, yeah. Their backstory starts with Vince, Julep, Aria, Sebastian, and Benjamin. Sebastian is one of the he wasn't pre-made, but he's a sim that came from the trailer. If you saw the trailer, the guy running without the shirt on was Sebastian. I went ahead and made him a teen and changed up his look to look like a teenager, and then based the family around him. So this is kind of like Sebastian's backstory. Yeah. There's like a disturbing noise by me. Okay. I'm getting scared. Okay. But yeah, Vince is an elder, so I thought I'd point that out before I start with the story. So the Armida Santos family only has $36,000. So they're a little bit I mean, they're not so much better off than the family they live next door to, but they have like a pretty okay uh, amount of money, and that's because this is the money that they have, you know, in their checkings or whatever. And I mean, Julep isn't the one with the money, Vince is. So they have, she doesn't know, but Vince has like his own bank account worth millions. Like he is pretty wealthy. He just doesn't show it, and they live in like the suburbs of Brindleton Bay, and he has a lot of secrets. I don't want to like spoil anything because, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm like trying not to say like I like try to put in everything like secrets. You know, I didn't try to like tell the whole story because then it would be like, you know, you're missing out if you don't stick around to hear their stories in the LP. But when Mario Santos passed away, Julep was devastated. Her hopes and dreams of a beautiful family were completely shattered. She became depressed and very absent from her family. Julep was shocked to hear that Arya became pregnant at 16 by her boyfriend. To cover up, she seduced her boss, this is where it gets dark, and told him she was pregnant and hid Arya's secret. So basically, like she pretended that this baby right here, Benjamin, was her own. So she pretended that she was pregnant by her boss to get him to marry her. So that's how they have money, because they were drowning. I mean, Mario passed away. They didn't have any money, and she would do anything to make sure her family has, you know, the means to become successful. And she didn't want her daughter to be ridiculed or anything like that, so she just homeschooled her, or had her homeschooled, had her tutored at home, and she basically faked a pregnancy until Benjamin was born. And then, yeah, that's how that happened. But she has raised Benny, with the help of her now husband, Vince. But in a small town, there's no such thing as secrets. And I just wanted to keep it at that, you know. It's a secret. I mean, this is Benjamin's real mom, Arya. She is like pretty spoiled, and she kind of just wants to live in the biggest, best home, because that's how she was raised, to be pretty greedy. And she's kind of evil. She'll do anything to make her way up to the top of the social ladder, but she does love cats. And it's funny because they don't have any animals, but I wanted to make these kids love animals and just make it kind of like, you know, Julep didn't want them having animals. This is Arya. She is Benny's mom, and Benny doesn't know it. She takes care of him like her own, like when they're home alone or whatever. But Benny's not going to be raised to know that Arya is his mom. And she gave away her parental rights, basically, so that she could have a better life and be free of him, which is pretty sad. And she really does care about him. I mean, you see her take care of him. If you watch this family grow, I mean, she does take care of him. She loves him and everything, but she's pretty violent. She was like smacking around a bear when I was playing this family, and I had no idea she was gonna do that. I was just like, wow, okay. Good thing you're not parental guardian, because you're kind of crazy. But I get that's because she's evil, and I mean, she doesn't have feelings. Julep, she wants to have a successful lineage, and that's why she's so passionate and family oriented. She's very ambitious, but she's also romantic. She knows the man for her is out there, but she knows it is not Vince, and she really, really wants to have a successful lineage, which is why she took over having Benny instead of Arya raising him, and she just wants to make sure that her family is squared away. To like seduce your boss, and he's like, okay, let me like take care of you and your two kids, and let's have our own child. I mean, you know, that's a little much. And then we have the Heckers, which I love them so much I couldn't kick them out. So I left them exactly how they are, but then I gave them two kids I adopted? They adopted, here we go. They adopted two kids. They adopted a child named Luca and a daughter named Raylan, which I love Raylan. She is so freaking cute. They still have Rosie, of course, because I mean, I love Rosie. We just changed her bandana, that's all. And then we gave them a little boy named King. And I thought that would be really cute for them to have a cat named King who's fluffy and frisky and mischievous. And he's always trying to mess with Rosie. We don't even have an animal named Luna in here, do we? The pancakes might. But yeah, I just thought their story was really cute because the house they moved into had a room for a boy and a girl. So I thought, since they moved into this new house and it's really super cute and they have good schools and it's romantic and homey, that they should go ahead and have some kids of their own. They do have about $76,000, which is more than these two homes combined. They're more, concerned with giving their kids a good life education-wise and everything like that. So they don't buy the most expensive house or, have maids and butlers like these two do. So, that's why they have a little more money. Brent and Bran renovated their home to prepare for their family's newest additions, with a troublemaking toddler, a son involving himself in the wrong side of the tracks, and a crazy cat terrorizing poor Rosie. This couple have their hands full. So I thought that was a pretty cute story. And he does get involved in the wrong side of the tracks, which is, I love that story. We'll talk about it later when we get to this side of the town. And this is the vet clinic. I think I left the original, statement on here. So whenever Cambria comes, she can change that and give it lock trades or whatever. But this state-of-the-art facility offers the very best in pet care for your sick barker or meower. Rumor has it the owner, Jodie Foster, I changed that because Jodie Foster lives over here. It just said the owner is preparing for retirement soon and is interested in selling the place to a young aspiring vet. So we'll see who that young aspiring vet is, even though I said it like 5 times. But yeah, so we're going to come take that over. And then this is Brindleton Training Park. It's dog friendly, a training ground, and a dog hangout. I think you can train your cats. I don't know, but I just made it like a dog park, a dog training park. That's what I wanted to do. So, cats can go there. They're not banned, but it is inside of Sable Square, which I love so much. I love this little area, and I love the bridge. I love this little statue that it comes with, this cat and dog statue. Oh my god, just stop. I need to just, but yeah, we move over to Whiskerman's Wharf, and we have, I think we're going to start with Josie and the Pussycats. She is the only residential lot in this neighborhood, and it's for a reason. It's a private dwelling. Cats like to hang out here because she is a cat lady. She doesn't have like 50,000 cats, but she does have 3 cute little kitties, and it has natural lighting in her house, and it's just, I love how cozy it is and how beautiful it is. I think the home was made by Hatsie, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't really see the house from here because, this pops up in the way. So, wow. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to talk about Josie and the Pussycats, which I thought that was so cute, but I can't upload it to the gallery with that name. So I was thinking I was going to change it to Josie and the Kitty Cats if I try to upload them to the gallery, because I thought that was pretty cute. But I like the name Josie and the Pussycats because that's a real thing. That's the name of a band in Riverdale, and it's the name of a band of a cartoon, and it's just, I thought it was funny because she has cats, but whatever. EA, it's a cat. It's just a cat. Whatever. I'm just gonna let it go. Josie is a descendant of the founder of Brindleton Bay. She resides seaside where all her cats are welcome and free. They're welcome. To her house, I guess. But she owns the town's only restaurant and generates a lot of wealth. But with no children of her own, who will she leave her life earnings to? Who will keep this town alive? Maybe romance is in the cards for this pussycat. Oh my god, I'm embarrassing. I don't even remember writing that. If only her cats weren't always up to something. I need to erase that extra S. But yeah, they're pretty in her business, and it's not like she can, get around town with 3 cats in the way. But I do have plans for her a little later on. Maybe she's not gonna get married, maybe she is, maybe she's just gonna adopt. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. But this kitty cat, Twinkle, is playful. He is friendly and affectionate. And then we have Garfield, my favorite, and he's modeled after the real Garfield. He is lazy, talkative, and a glutton, just like Garfield. And then we have this little tuxedo cat named Lucy, and she is a prowler, she is a free spirit, and she is aloof. So I love the Pussycats. I love Josie. I love them. I wish I could upload them to the gallery, but EA is sexist, basically. Just kidding. They're not sexist. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't put like male anatomy names on there either. So whatever. Fair is fair. And this is the Littlest Pet Shop. I'm going to rename that. That's just what it was when I got it. And I just haven't done anything to it. But I'm going to go ahead and change all of this, I think, off camera. Because it doesn't really matter if I do it on camera. But it's just, I don't want to. But it is owned by someone in this town. I'm just going to worry about that when that comes. And anyways, this is Josie's restaurant. She owns the only restaurant in Brindleton Bay, as I said, and we named it Josie's Seafood Shack. I really wish I could remember who made these builds, but I think they're all saved to my library, and if they're not, then I'll look them up and, get that information. But yeah, it has a chef's kitchen. It's a party place, and it has a sunny aspect because most of it is outside, so yeah. I think I want to change it back to a bar soon and then move a restaurant over here, like have this yacht converted into a restaurant. I think that'd be really, really nice and just open up to everyone in Brindleton Bay. But for the story that we have now, we're going to go ahead and keep it as the Biatch Club. And they also have a chef's kitchen, a sunny aspect, and a romantic aura. And it's the newly remodeled exclusive yacht club only for the richest citizens of Brindleton Bay. This is where the elite come to meet. So yeah, I really like it. And I think also it'd be a pretty fun place for the teens to crash every once in a while, like to have a party or something here. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then we have Pepper's Playground. It's a training ground, which I need to change that because we already have a training ground. But it's child's play because we have children's toys there, and we have toddler playgrounds, and then we have a cat hangout. So this is where the cats hang out. This is where the dogs hang out because the cats have a lot more toys here. And even though we do have a couple of training things, this is mainly where the dogs would go. So I thought that would make sense. And then over here on this little island, we have the lighthouse, of course. And then next to it, I was thinking of remodeling the museum as a bed and breakfast, which I did. I did that. But I also thought when I saw this, God, I know I saw someone build this. I feel like I saw someone build this on YouTube. I really should have written this information down. But yeah, this bed and breakfast was... No, it just says what it used to be. Okay, whatever. I changed it into a bed and breakfast. This was a house. I changed it to a bed and breakfast. It is so nice in there. I'm going to take you through it because it's really, really cute. But I think I'm going to save that for the LP just so it's a little bit of a surprise. But I made it a bed and breakfast so that Nathaniel and Cambria could have their honeymoon there. There's a honeymoon suite and I think 2 or 3, probably 2. There's a suite and then 2 regular rooms and then there's the honeymoon suite. There's a kitchen down there, a cafe and stuff. So I thought it was really cute. I really like it. And I like that it's next to the lighthouse because that's where they got engaged. So it'd be nice to go on a honeymoon next to the spot you got engaged at. This is Foster's Home for Pets. This is on Simprove's huge family farm. What is it? What was the name of it? I changed the name of it. Okay. But she had a really nice Parenthood farm. I think that was the name of it. And I really like it. And it's fall time in my game because of the autumn mod. So a lot of our trees and stuff are a little, orange. So it looks out of place. But I think when we get a little later into December, I'm going to go ahead and put the snow mod in if it's going to work in Brindleton Bay. So I'm really excited for that, to change that. But that's where they live. They live in this little house. And then this barn part is, well, the animals live in the house too. But this barn part is where they have their showings, like where they take kids and families or whatever who want to see the dogs. This is where they play with them at, and then upstairs they have more of a examination room, where they examine the dogs, because she's a vet, even though she's just a volunteer. She's experienced in vet school, whatever. She's experienced in like being a vet, so she helps with that. And then Jody basically just brings in the strays. She's the one who like has the money to afford everything, and she's a retired owner of this vet clinic, so she knows a lot about what it takes to run a vet clinic. But this is not a vet clinic, it's just an animal shelter for a lot of the animals that she's seen be abandoned and stuff. And she's just kind of felt bad because owners would bring their pets to the vet and then kind of refuse treatment because it was too expensive. And so she's starting to think, this I want to be somewhere where I can actually help. I want to be somewhere where actually you can do something, and there's no laws, holding me back from being like, this is my responsibility to treat these animals, So she doesn't do it for the money. She does it because she loves these animals, and she has plenty of money to do it from her vet clinic, which she currently owns right now, but it's going to get, sent over to Cambria later. So yeah, Jodie Foster is one of the oldest members of Brindleton Bay. I think she is the oldest. I don't think we have another elder. But she founded this town's very first vet clinic when she was 19 years old, and it still stands today. Although she's now retired. It says she's still retiring on here, but that's just because that's what it said originally. So retiring, doesn't matter. And had to sell her clinic to fund her animal sanctuary. Her best volunteer is around to help. Will these pups find their forever homes? What? Will these cats meet their match? Let's fix that. I think I was just trying to make cats rhyme with something, because it's not even a clever pun. Okay. Anyways, we have Jody, and she loves cats and dogs, and she loves the outdoors. We have Annie Franco, and she is a very specific. She's a very good friend to the animals. She also is a dog lover and a goofball. We have our pit bull, Morgana, which I love her so much. She's so cute, and she is loyal. She's a hunter, and she is active. So she's like one of our better dogs. She's one of the ones that, could really get adopted, but the only thing holding her back is the stigma behind pit bulls. So she's having to stay there a little longer than she should be, even though she's completely, she's loyal. A hunter. These are good traits, but a lot of people are scared to bring her home because in Brindleton Bay, they're a fan of tiny dogs. We have one family who has a bigger dog, but they're looked down on because their dog is bigger. So Morgana is still in the home, and hopefully we find a really great home for her soon. We also have Dolly, and she's our little, she's probably going to be staying with Jody for a while because she is an elder. That alone is probably a reason why she's not getting adopted, just because she's older, and people think it's kind of sad to adopt older dogs just because you don't get to keep them as long, and people usually tend to go for puppies just because they're cute or whatever. But she is stubborn. She is a couch potato, which I think is so cute when she just wants to chill on the couch. And she's also a troublemaker. So she has a lot of traits that are keeping her from getting adopted as well. Hopefully she finds a good home though. If not, Jody will definitely take care of her as long as she needs to. And then we have a Mr. Whiskers. There was a Mare Whiskers who is a tuxedo cat, but we have a Tonkinese cat who's Mr. Whiskers. So he has a top hat too, but they don't really look alike. I think that's where I got the name Mr. Whiskers from, is because he had that hat on. My mistake. But he's a prowler. He's friendly and curious. And there's nothing wrong with Mr. Whiskers. He just recently came in. His shots and everything are up to date. I don't particularly know why he's not getting adopted, but hopefully we find a home for him. And then we have Thumper McPepper. She was a puppy that was brought into the vet, or she is a puppy who's a product of a dog that was brought into the vet clinic, and the dog had lost most of her litter. They passed away, but Thumper was one of the ones who actually made it, And Jody was really excited to see that, this puppy came out on top and everything like that. The family just couldn't take the puppy home, and they were just really asking, because they thought their dog was just sick. They didn't know she was pregnant. And they were just asking, I mean, she had all these poor babies. She's probably really exhausted. I don't think she can take care of a puppy. She lost all of her, other puppies. Is there any way that, is there any place they can go? And so Jody, this was one of the first animals that she took on. She's had Thumper the longest, even though he is the youngest. I mean, these animals were older when they came in. He's a Yorkshire Terrier, and I feel like he's not gonna have any problem getting adopted. But Jody really is gonna have a problem giving him up because she's so attached to him. He's a little jumpy because he's scared of people. He's just a puppy. He's very vocal. He likes to scream, when he's alone by himself. And he's also a troublemaker, so we'll see how that goes. Then we have Princess Kitten, which I love her so much. She's a Japanese bobtail, and she is very territorial. She's just a very spoiled, rotten princess, and she's very affectionate, and I love her. So, yeah, that's that family. My voice is getting so sore from talking so much. I feel like this has already been an hour long. But this is the Pancake family. I did a current household with them. Is her name Luna? Bobo. Where did I get Luna from? I feel like I don't think there's that dog in the house next to us named Luna either. I don't know where I got that from. But we have Eliza Pancakes. Her traits are all the same as they are when you get the base game. They just have a little bit of a coastal makeover. And they have a daughter named Hunter, and they have a cat named Bobo. And their story is, let's talk about their funds. They are the second wealthiest, I believe. We'll check their next door neighbors in a second. But I think they're the second wealthiest family. Are they? Josie has to have more money. Yeah, they're more wealthy than Josie, and she owns a restaurant. How? But it's a secret. It's a secret how much how they have so much money. But originally inhabitants of Willow Creek, the Pancakes. I need to capitalize that. The Pancakes have moved to live the coastal life. Catching some sun was supposed to make this couple shine, but Eliza's jealousy and Bob's wondering eyes. Will this family's hidden secret come bubbling to the surface? This is kind of spoiled in my comments because someone said something about Bob and Eliza, and I was like, yeah. Later, when I was playing this, not save, but what I want to call it, this current household that I filmed, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play them. Not so much off camera, not like, oh, I'm gonna continue playing them off camera, but they are my current household. So I was like, it was like time for them to start going home from the restaurant, and I noticed something that I did not get to film. Bob was flirting with some guy, or he was in a flirty mood with some guy. I don't know that he was flirting, but he was in a flirty mood with some guy at the restaurant, and his wife and kid were there. And Eliza, just starts flipping out. So she just takes what's her name? Hunter. I knew that. She takes Hunter, and she's just like, Bob, I'm not going to deal with this. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to deal with this. I see what you're doing. And he's like, I'm not even doing anything. He wasn't flirting at all. He was just feeling flirty. And so, later on, he actually does get caught flirting with another guy. So I was like, maybe there's a story here. Maybe this is why Bob and Eliza are not getting along. Eliza, first of all, wants to be a socialite. And she's cute and everything, but she's crazy. And it doesn't say it on here, but she's severely kleptomatic. She will do anything to make the means that she wants. And Bob's not even concerned about that. She's upset that he's a slob because she's so freaking neat. She's upset that he's a lone wolf because She's a perfectionist. She wants her family to be perfect. Like, she wants everything in her life to be perfect. And he doesn't even want to talk to her half the time. He's gloomy and she doesn't understand why. That's because she's materialistic and he can't have anything for himself, which is kind of sad, but you know, we live with that. He wants to be a chef, so, you know, he gets to have that. But they did have something beautiful come out of their marriage, which is Hunter. I just feel sorry for her if, you know, Eliza takes over and she tries to take her away from Bob, because Eliza is not fit to be a mother. Anyways, we're going to move to the Wolf Pack. Their last name's Wolf, which is why I call them the Wolf Pack. They have a dog hangout at their house. They love dogs coming over. They have a chef's kitchen, and they are living in a homey type of home. I like her so much. She's so pretty. She reminds me of Sienna Wolf. She kind of reminds me a little bit of ex-Urban Sims. Her, what is it, her channel art. I think she had one sim that kind of looks similar to this, or either that or her icon now, where she just has her actual face and then she has like cartoons over it. I think that's kind of what Sienna reminds me of. I think she's really, really pretty. She's a bombshell. Christopher Wolf. I like the way we spell his name. I don't know why Boathouse? Are they over there? I don't know where. What? Okay, I don't know where they're at, but anyways, he's a city native. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Then we have Damien. He's a lone wolf, and we have Elliot Wolf, which he's so cute. He's a Great Dane. He reminds me of Scooby Doo. He is aggressive. He is loyal and a hunter. So, yeah, this is the whole family. I like them. Making their way to the coastal shores of Brindleton Bay, this family was sure made waves with their presence. Everyone knows everyone knows everyone in this small town. So when a family comes in, it's easy to be the talk of the town. But there is something mysterious about this family. Why Brindleton? With their city living lifestyle and their urban clothes, what will the elite of the Bay do? Can everyone live in harmony, or will they stop at nothing to run this family in the other direction? They're a little upset because this family moved in from San Myshuno, which they're going to have to get used to because Cambria and Nathaniel are from San Myshuno, and if they don't like Cambria and Nathaniel, then they just have to get over it. Just because they're not elite, I mean, doesn't mean they're not allowed to be there. So they are getting the house next to the Wolf Pack. So, I mean, the wolves have been there for a year or two so far, and the elite are still having issues with them. So I'm wondering how Cambria and Nathaniel will feel in this new home owned by the real estate owner right now. I'm just wondering how they're Damien is home alone. He's a real lone wolf. He's just like, please leave me. Don't take me with you. That's kind of sad. They only have $26,000. They're not as rich and wealthy as every other family. So that's also why they're kind of like excluding them. They're a bit of outcasts, but you know, it's whatever. $30,000 is considered wealthy in this game for some reason. So middle class would be the Wolf Pack, and Cambria and Nathaniel are going to be middle class because a lot of their money is being spent on furniture, and it's going to be spent on getting this house together and buying this vet clinic. So they're not going to have as much as they do now. This is $80,000. Yeah, $86,000, and this house is, oh, I can't tell because someone lives there. But yeah, they're not going to have as much money as they do now, so they're going to be considered middle class. So I'm wondering how them and the wolves will be kind of excluded from everyone and everything, because Josie is not a founder, but she's like one of the older people who live here. She owns the restaurant. She has a lot of money. Jody is like a older woman, or she's not a founder. She's a descendant of a founder. Sorry, but Josie's an older woman. She's been here for a while too. She has a lot of money, and she runs the animal sanctuary. She pretty much runs this town in a way. She keeps everything going because she's had the vet clinic. She has the foster's home for pets. She's funded these 2 parks. She's put a lot of money into this town to see it succeed and everything like that. And then the Santos family, I mean, they're not really new, but they're very like the Clements are very suspicious of them. The Clements, I will say, even though they're not as wealthy as Eliza Pancakes for some reason, I mean, Eliza's included in the elite because they have money, but they don't know where they got that money from. So they kind of like talk about them behind their back or whatever because, you know, Mariah's insecure biatch. But, yeah. So that's kind of the fun. That's the fun situation. Everyone here is pretty wealthy. The Wolves are middle class. Cambria and her husband are going to be middle class, and everyone else in the town is pretty wealthy. They're a part of the elite, so we'll see how their adjustment goes. And the last and final venue that I wanted to show you in Brindleton Bay, we're done with the families, is the barn wedding venue that Cyberdoll YT made. So yeah, you will see that in I think probably like part 6 or 7 of the LP because I have a few parts now. I still don't even want to edit them. Oh my gosh. Just thinking about editing these videos is just so annoying. It's just, I know that I got up in the middle of the video and I started talking and like trying to control the noise, and I just have to find that specific spot and like cut it. But yeah, it's just, God. I'm really dreading editing this. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And so you'll see the inside of this barn wedding venue in an upcoming part. You'll see the inside of the bed and breakfast in an upcoming part. Also, the vet clinic is still the same. So if you have this game or you've seen an LP where they go inside that vet clinic, you know what it looks like. We're also going to go into it in the next part of the LP, so you'll see that. We go into this house in the next part of the LP. So basically, all that we're going to see in these screenshots is probably, or we also see the foster's home inside the next LP. So I think the probably only ones you're going to see are the Seafood Shack, the Biatch Club, the Littlest Pet Shop, and some other places, and we'll see some families and stuff. So yeah, I hope you liked this weird video about my town and all its secrets and stuff like that. I thought it would be pretty cool to do this and just have a backstory with everybody during this LP because I haven't made one in a while. I do not like making them anymore. I mean, anymore. I like making them. I like this one because pet stuff, but I didn't like it for a long time because I would get so uninspired with their stories because I had to tell their stories, you know, instead of just living life. But I have a Sims journal over this family. We're going to thoroughly fill that out as we go through this. I know it's only we're only on the second part right now, and more parts are coming up, but it's just be patient with that because I mean, this family is moving pretty slow. I know. I mean, they're just now getting a puppy, I think, in the third part. This family. Let me go show you the family I'm talking about. This family is moving pretty slow. They just now got their puppy, and we'll see him a little more. Oh, sneak peek. We updated their apartment, so you get to see that. But some funny things happen in the next few parts. I definitely didn't expect a lot of it. I'm super excited for that to go up, and yeah, I guess we'll get to. So I've literally been up all night editing this. I have no horsepower whatsoever. I have no idea what happened to what I was saying, but it just cut off. So I was just gonna, say bye. So thanks so much for watching. I know this was kind of a crazy video, but hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you in the next part. Bye.
Baby, running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing this song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. All I am is a man. I want the world in my hand. California with my toes in the sand. Use the sleeves on my sweater. Let's have an adventure. It's in the car